Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering all your questions about Flame University because that's all the comments I get. I only get questions about this, so I thought why not make a video. Okay, so this video is basically not answering your questions, but it is everything you should know before you come to Flame. I've covered almost everything in this video, and if you have any other questions, please let me know down below in the comments, because now I'll make a separate video answering your questions. I already have a few, but comment some more so then I can make another video. I'm talking about almost every single thing in this video. I hope you find it helpful. If you have any other questions, please comment. I will answer in my next video. Right now the application rounds have begun, so I think this is the perfect time for you to know more about the university, especially if you want to come here. Before I begin, I want to just tell you what I am currently doing in Flame. I'm a third year student. My major is psychology, my minor is advertising and branding. I do not plan to pursue psychology in the future. If you want to know about the application process, I already have a video on that. I made it a really long time ago because right now I really don't remember anything about my application, and I also did not ever save my entire application, so I don't know the essay questions, nothing. But I did answer like lots of comments on that video as well. I don't know if this was for Flame, but for the liberal arts universities, I remember one of my questions was, can money buy happiness? And they ask questions like that. So the essay questions are not very difficult. I just want to get that out of the way, because if you want like something specific to the application process, then you should watch that video. I want to get into the basic things you should know if you just found out that you've gotten accepted into Flame and you're like, looking forward to your first year. These are a few things that you should know about your first year at least. So the first thing you need to know is that you have to complete 8 courses which are called core courses, and you have to pass these courses in order to graduate. So core courses are academic writing, critical reasoning, digital AI and literacy. I did not have this actually. I just had digital literacy, but now it's digital and AI literacy, which is actually crazy. Then we have public speaking and debate, applied ethics, environmental studies, AI for the disciplines, and financial literacy. I did not have AI for the disciplines either. So financial literacy you actually do in your second year. It's like a huge class. It's really not that deep. It's quite easy. So yeah, these are your core courses. You have to pass all of these. And if you're scared of public speaking, don't be scared, because I remember when I was like, I don't know, it was some sort of like a video conference call thing. They said that, oh, you have to do public speaking. And I literally was like, I'm not going to Flame. I cannot do public speaking. But it's really not that deep. Everyone has to go through it. It actually increases your confidence. In class, when you're doing your speech, no one's even paying attention, trust me. The other thing is the universes of knowledge. I don't know if they still call it that. So there's physical and natural sciences, fine and performing arts, global studies, social sciences, humanities. So these are the universes. Basically, you have to take 2 courses in each universe. For the sciences, I basically did A-level biophysics chem. So I took introduction to biology and introduction to physics. So it was really easy for me. So if you know something, just do that. Stick to what you know, because you have to do it and it's going to get your CGPA up. I did the same thing with French. Granted, I did not remember a lot of the French, and when I came here, I went to really advanced level of French, which I didn't do in school. But that's just like me. Not a lot of people do that. I did French 101, 102, 103, 152 and 153. But you just have to do 2 courses. Even with fine and performing arts, I purposely chose not to do any design course, because there are people who actually know how to draw. So if you're like not very confident in drawing, I wouldn't recommend doing it. If you want to get like an A+ or an O, I would say don't take those courses, because obviously those A+ are going to be taken away by the kids who are really good at it. So I did introduction to contemporary dance, and I did this course called learning by doing, which was like an origami course, and it was really fun. Your first year is going to be so fun, and the courses are so easy. It's the perfect time to get your CGPA up. My CGPA has only gone down since the first year, but it's always good to maintain your CGPA above 8. Just remember that. Another thing about the languages is I took French, and I also uploaded YouTube videos about it, but I went on a trip with the university to France and a bunch of other countries. Obviously, you have to pay for it by yourself, but it's really fun. There's like a trip to Spain, to Germany, to Japan and France, the 4 ones that happen. The next thing you need to know about your first year is that it's mandatory to do 1 sport every term. So in your first year, it's not divided by semesters, it's divided by terms. So instead of 2 semesters, you have 4 terms, and obviously the terms are shorter and the course lengths are shorter. In each of those terms, you have to do a sport. You can do the same one, but I chose to do something different for all 4 terms. If you're not a huge sports person, like I am not really, but I do like, working out and stuff. Like I like to get active. My choices are actually a little embarrassing. If you really hate sports, you can do Zumba, you can do yoga. Those are the ones that most people who don't like sports do, and I did do both of these. Yoga, I would not recommend it. Zumba, at least it's fun, you're dancing and stuff, but I did not like yoga. That's just my personal opinion. The other 2 terms, I did fitness and I did HIIT, which I really enjoyed, and I regret doing yoga. So let me just get that out there. The other thing I want you to know about your first year is, as soon as you enter, there's going to be a club fair. You must go for the club fair. Look at all the clubs that you think you would like to be in. I highly encourage you to be in many clubs. Many peer mentors will tell you that take only 2 clubs, it's not worth it. Let me tell you, I was a part of 5 clubs in my first year and I still got good grades. It's not that deep, you guys. Maybe it was because I had a really tough school, I don't know, but I did not find it hard at all. If you are used to not doing much in your school and not being involved, then sure, maybe you can stick to 3 clubs, but I would say get involved in many clubs. It's an easy way to talk to other people with similar interests as you. I was a part of the Animal Welfare Committee, Project Impact, Flame on Board, which is the board games club, the Reading Initiative, and the Travel Club. And I am in the Reading Initiative. I'm the president of the Reading Initiative now and the vice president of the Travel Club. It looks good on your CV, so get involved in clubs. There is a club for almost every single interest, like anime, cooking, esports, literally you name it and it's there. And obviously there's a lot of sports clubs. I was not in any of them. There's a club for every single sport. The sports facilities here are amazing. It's my favorite part about Flame probably. The track is great, the gym is amazing. I only started going to the gym in my second year, but I think you should just start from the first year. It's a beautiful gym, use it. The next thing is assignments and exams. If you don't know, Flame works like this. So you'll have a bunch of assignments throughout your term in the first year and throughout your semester in the other years. It'll be 10%, 20% of your grade. So there's always 10% class participation in almost every single course. It's very rare that there aren't. I have had courses without class participation, but usually you have 10% for that. Then there'll be other assignments, and then your final is usually either 30 or 40% of your overall grade. So you basically have to work throughout the course. I really like this system because then it doesn't put lots of pressure on the end just for the final exam, where it's this final exam is just going to determine your grade. Also about class participation, don't be too scared about that either. Some professors, they'll just give you marks, but you should at least look like you're paying attention in class and raise your hand here and there a few times if you're in the mood for it. I used to get scared of it in the start. I used to be oh my god, no, I need to participate, otherwise I'm going to get 0. They almost never give you 0, but there are professors out there who give you 0. Moving on to how psychology is here at Flame, I'm just going to read out to you all the courses that I did here in case you're wondering what type of courses there are. So I've done psychology and the environment, developmental psychology, fields in psychology, social psychology, abnormal psychology, quantitative and qualitative research methods in psychology, educational psychology, introduction to psychology, because when I came, I had never done psych before, counseling approaches, experimental psychology, cognitive psychology, cross-cultural psychology, psychology and the media, methods of psychological testing. So these are all the courses that I did. If you were to ask me how psychology is at Flame, faculty and everything, I feel in every college there's always going to be some really good professors and some professors who are not so great, and I feel Flame has a mix of them. There's definitely some professors I really loved, and there's some professors that I did not really enjoy their courses. I feel but that's everywhere though, and since I don't even want to do psychology in the future, I feel I'm not the correct person to ask. I would say Flame is okay for psych. If you want to do psych and come here, you should come. That's my opinion. And there's also lots of people who come here for psychology specifically. Flame is known for psych. And coming to my minor, advertising and branding, I actually am obsessed with advertising and branding. I love it so much. I am an example of why you should really explore in your first year, because I never even thought of doing advertising I never even thought this was like, a stream that you could pursue as a career. But when I came to Flame, in my first term itself, I saw this course called Introduction to Advertising. I took it and I was in love. Ever since then, every single course I've taken in advertising, I have absolutely enjoyed. For me, doing my advertising assignments, all the group project, it doesn't feel like work for me. I feel like that's how you know, because when I'm doing it, I don't feel like I'm working. It feels fun for me. When I say I don't really like psychology as much, it's because I compare it to advertising and I just love advertising so much. Another thing is, when you come to Flame, you can also choose to do an open minor. So if you just want to major in, finance or something like that, and then do an open minor, you're only restricted to 3 years, so you can't do the 4th honors year. An open minor is basically, you can just do any courses from any major or minor. You have to do 4 courses in your major and 2 courses in your minor, so 6 courses each semester. In your first year, after you are done with your first year, in your summer break, you get 3 months. And out of those 3 months, you have to do a certain number of hours of an internship at an NGO, and this is called DAP. It's Developmental Activities Program. You can do it in any NGO. I did it in a school for people with autism and Down syndrome. You can do anything. It can be environmental, it can be to do with animals, it just has to be an NGO. And after you're done with your second year, in the summer break, you have to do an internship based on any area of interest. So I did it at an advertising agency. I am not planning to do my 4th year. It's very dependent on your needs and your wants and your goals for future. If you want to do the 4th year, I feel like you shouldn't force yourself to do the 4th year just for that honors degree. For me, it makes no sense to pursue a 4-year honors degree when I'm not even going to do psychology in the future. So that's why I'm exiting at the 3rd year. I'm mainly friends with people who do psychology, and they are doing the 4th year because if you want to get into clinical psychology and stuff, you definitely need to do that 4th year. Moving on to food, it's a completely vegetarian campus. I know it's tough, but we live right outside. There's this food court. You get lots of non-veg items. The food is good. So if you want non-veg, you can go there. Other than that, there's lots of cafes on campus. Room-wise, you can watch my room tour. I did a room tour in my first year, I think. But it's a very nice room. How is the social life? Is it cliquey? Stereotype of Flame. I know that there is this stereotype of people who go to Flame, that they're rich party people, that kind of vibe. I don't know how to phrase this, but basically the stereotype is correct to a certain extent. There are people who exist like that. There are many colleges who have people like that. I don't think it's just a Flame thing. There's all sorts of people. Trust, you can find people who are not party people. Anywhere you go, you will find people similar to you. Don't worry. The cons of Flame is that it's very far off from the city. Actually, that's the one main con, except for the fact that the campus is vegetarian, but the campus organizes a shuttle to FC Road, and there's almost every single timing, convenient times where you can go. The shuttle is really helpful. I love the shuttle. You can get to the city fast like that, and yeah. If I'm being quite honest, I really like the fact that it is a little far away from the city, because it's, even though there's lots of construction happening right now, it's quite peaceful out here. I like looking at the hills, and I love the sunsets here. So I think it's worth it being so far away. And the shuttle rides are really fun. You just listen to music and you sit in the shuttle, and maybe I'll start editing this video and see if I actually need to do a second video, because I don't want it to be too long, and I realize that I've been speaking for a really long time.